Hello viewers, welcome to UN Autonomous College. Today we are going to discuss about that is known as a new concept that is known as database access in JSP. Before going to discuss about this topic, first of all we are learning about what is the use of database in our JSP concept. We know that we are learning in the previous section that is known as JDBC concept, that is known as Java database connectivity. With the help of that connectivity we are making a front-end connection with a back-end connection without any problem, without any intervention with the client and server. That's why we always prefer to use that is known as a JDBC concept. In that concept we are learning different types of drivers which are related to that is known as a JDBC part, type 1 driver, type 2 driver, type 3 driver, then type 4 driver. Generally we prefer to use that is known as a type 4 driver. Through this JDBC concept, we are adding our database programming part that is known as our create table, select statement, and more than one SQL statements or SQL queries commands can be embedded in our JSP program through JDBC concept, through which you can easily forward some command, forward some request query from our client side to our server side. Whenever this way of processing is successfully performed, at that time we are getting a beautiful consequence through our retrieve command, and that retrieve command can be stored in our result set class, which are already discussed in our JDBC concept. Today we are going to discuss how to use this type of concept in our JSP. That means with the help of that JSP concept to make a connectivity with JDBC, then the JDBC can also provide a platform through which you can connect with our database concept. Let us focus on that slide. Today we are going to discuss about what are the different uses of that JSP database, and we are learning what are the different types of statement are used in our JSP database concept, and learning what are the different examples are related to this topic. Next we are going to learning what is the real use of that is known as JSP database concept. Here we are learning just to getting a beautiful way of implementation that is known as JDBC application works, where before starting with database access through a JSP, make sure you have poor or we can say proper JDBC environment setup along with a database. Through that connectivity we are easily linked with more than one systems, and through that system connection we can easily transfer some user relevant data from client side to server side without any communication problem. That's why we always prefer this is known as JDBC, and through that JDBC part helps us to forward some command from source end to our destination end. That means from server side to our client side section. It is a way of communication, but that communication is always depends on that is known as environment setup concept. Through that environment setup along with a database we are easily forwarding some data from source end to our destination end. Next we are learning what is the use of that is known as a create table. We know that in our database concept we have more than one concept like different type of language, DDL language, DML language, VDL language means data definition language, data manipulation language, view definition language. By using that language commands we are generally design some programming part. Through that programming part we are easily sending our request from the source end to destination end without any problem. Before going to accessing this kind of commands, first of all we can access it through a specific environment, and that environment is always provided by our SQL platform, means SQL platform, that is really pronounced as a SQL. By using that SQL language we are easily create some table. Through that table we can manipulate some information which are stored in that table concept. Now we can focus on the slide. Here in this table concept, before going to create a table, first of all we are learning some steps which are related to that program. Here we are going to create the employees table in the EMP database. Suppose we have a database that is named as EMP. In that EMP database we are creating a table that is known as employees table, and that employees table is generally created in the following steps. Like first step followed as open a command prompt. First of all, before going to access it we can open a command prompt, then we can change to the installation directory. If a user want to change that directory, that means suppose we have C directory and that C directory must be changed to any other directory like file that is known as MySQL bin. Here MySQL we are using as a database. In that database we prefer to store in our data part. It is a general way of access through which you can be performed. Next we are writing here C program file MySQL bin. Whenever user is writing this command C colon backslash program files backslash MySQL backslash bin, then press and enter, then automatically you are getting a directory changed and that directory named as MySQL/bin. Now we are in the MySQL bin directory. Next step we are learning here. First then we can log into the database. Whenever users log into the database, then we can write that is known as MySQL, then hyphen U, then typing root, then P. Means here we are writing the username that is known as a root, and hyphen P means it is known as section through which you can be entering our password. Whenever user can enter here, then we are automatically getting a prompt that is known as enter password. Then we can easily enter password in this section very suitable way. Then we can press and enter, automatically a MySQL prompt is opened. That means now a user is connected with MySQL database. It is a first way through which you can make a connection with our MySQL database. In our third step, we prefer to create the employee table in the test database. That means in that employee table is need to create in your test database in the following ways. Now we want to change that database, we can use that is known as use. If a user want to create a new table, a specific type of database, in that moment user must to follow to create that table in that database. Here we are changing it. That means before we have a database named as EMP, now we have a database named as test. That means in that test database we are going to create a table that is known as employee. That employee table is created in that test database. And if a user want to change its database section, that means generally user is continuing their data access in your EMP database, but user want to change the database through using this command use. Then we can want to use that test database, typing your use, then we are typing test. Automatically your test database is opened, and if a user here creating a table named as create table, table name here employees, and that employees table contains some attribute, and that attribute is declared as ID, its type is known as int, and it is should not be not null. That means this ID you never make it as a null, that means not empty. Then you are typing here age, in that age is an integer type and which is not also null type, not should not be empty in nature. Then we are typing here first, first is known as an attribute name. Then we are typing this type that is known as a varchar. Then we are mentioning 255, 255 means its size, and that first is the attribute which can store some data. Its characters should be within your 255 characters we can store in this first attribute, and its type is known as a varchar. Varchar means variable character. In a variable character we are generally insert more than one types. That may be in a variable character type you can insert integer, you can insert some character, you can insert some symbol, anything else, or you can say combination of three things. Then you can combine symbol, alphabet and other characters can be combined together and it make a character which is denoted in your varchar type concept. And by using that varchar we can allocate number of types of elements or values in this attribute section. Now we can focus here. The next we are declaring another attribute named as last. In that last we are also same type that is known as a varchar, and its strength known as a 255 character it can store. Then you are mentioning your OK query. That means whenever user can press enter, automatically you are getting OK query means the query is successfully executed, 0 rows affected. That means we are already creating our table successfully without any values, because we are not inserting any records in that table. It is the most important part in our connection purpose. Before creation of that table we never enter any type of data in our table section. First of all we can create a table in a database, then in that table we can going to insert or we are going to delete, update, etc. in that section. Now we are learning next part, that is known as how to create a data records. That means before creating that table, we never create any type of data records in it. That's why we need to create some data records in our programming part. If a user want to create some data records in our employee table, user must type that command like insert into, here writing table name, and that table named as employees with some values written here 100, 18 and Jaraz Ali, because we have 4 columns in that table, in our employees table. And the first column ID, second column roll number, third first name, second last name is known as a Jara Ali is the first and Ali is the last name, and here 18 is roll number and 100 is known as ID. And it is a way format through which you can enter it. Whenever user is typing this statement, query statement, then pressing here enter, then automatically the query is executed, written as query OK, one row affected. That means data is successfully recorded in our employees table, and it is a Jara Ali is the first record in this employee table. If a user want to enter another record in that employee table, also type same statement in their program section or in their MySQL prompt. Here written as a insert into employees values. In that values we are typing some query statement, that means some values 101. We never type 100 because it is not maintain uniqueness, and you never make it as a empty because this section is declared as not null. That means whenever this section is not null means user never put any data, means without any emptiness. That means we never make it as empty. We must enter some values in this section 101. Then we are typing here roll number 25, then first name Mahanja, then Fatam. In that part we are also inserting another record. In this section we are putting 4 records in our employee table, and whenever you are inputting these 4 records in that employee table, in this way we are automatically creating our data record section. Next we are learning here, actually if a data record is successfully created, next we need to operate some operations like select. We know that what is the use of that selection operation. Through this selection operation we can easily retrieve some data from a database, and that retrieve section is so effective way should be performed without any interruption by any other event, outer or some internal events. That's why we always prefer to select. In our database section we are always prefers that select command, written like that, select star from table name. That means star is denoted as for all type of records in our table, and instead of the star we are also writing some specific attribute name, means column name, instead of the star by spacing as a comma in it. In this way also we can allocating more than one columns in our employee table, and it is these parts only retrieve from our table. Now we can focus on that slide. Here also we are written a specific type of program that is named as %page import and java.io, then util package, SQL package. Number of packages can be imported in this section, and that is known as, which are already learned in the previous topic. Here is we are using the page directive, and it is contain an attribute that is named as import. We know that through that import attribute we are easily inserting some package in it. And next we are learning here Java util, then java.sql, and these 3 packages are simply implemented in our program, through which we can easily making a specific type of table section. Through that table section we can easily retrieve from our system. Next we are written here %page import another package named as sublet, and next another advanced package that is known as java x.sublet.star, then end with $Q2. Next we are inserting here taglib directive, and through the taglib directive we are making a connection with a specific URL java.son.com, then mentioning a prefix C, and in that prefix we are mentioning here SQL command. In this way we are mentioning our package set concept. Next we are learning here how to write a Java code in your select command. First of all we are inserting here written HTML tag then heading section. In that heading section we have a title that is written as select operation. Then we can start the body section. In that body section we are writing some command. That command is so essential, that is known as some implicit, otherwise you can say custom library commands written here. SQL set data source, then we are typing here var is known as a variable, then we are typing here snapshot. If a user using that is known as a MySQL program, then they are named as a snapshot. And in that MySQL program written as a driver, taking a driver, the driver named as com.mysql.jdbc.driver. That is known as a driver type. We are using MySQL driver. If a user using Oracle driver, instead of that MySQL, user can type Oracle com.oracle.jdbc.driver instead of that MySQL. Then we are typing here URL, means uniform resource locator. In that section we are typing jdbc colon mysql colon then / written here localhost, then / test. This section is written in that part. Then we are typing your user, we are typing your user ID named as root, then typing your password named as pass123. In this section is written like that. Then we are typing your SQL colon query data source, then we are taking the $sign, within that we are typing your snapshot, then we are taking here var, then result, then select star from employees. In this way we are creating this table. Now we are typing here some command like select star from employees. We are typing here some command like SQL command, how to retrieve this type of data source from our data record, select star from table name, means employees. Whole table structures are automatically retrieved from our database to our front end. Through that retrieve section is very beautiful way of representation, which is written within our SQL tag, means SQL colon query tag is a custom JSP tag library. And in this way we can close that custom library tag, that is known as / SQL colon query. Then we are typing here, that means we want to retrieve our data in a table structure. If a user want to retrieve that data from their database through this table structure, we must write this tag like table. Then that table tag contains some attribute like border, and that border named as 1. Then we are mentioning here width, and that border width means we are making as a table width, that is 100%. That means the table should be effective way to represent in our web browser. Then mentioning a table row. In that table row we are creating 3, means 4 commands, th, then ts, then ts. That means we are creating 4 columns: employee ID, first name, last name, then age. In this way we are creating the 4 columns in our table. Then is the heading part. Similarly we are creating 4 data in our table in row ID, first, last, and row dot age. In this way creating our tables in a proper order, where automatically if a user want to retrieve their data or role ID, and in that ID section, if a user want to retrieve their name from their first name section, if a user want to retrieve their another last name from that table, and it is retrieved through row dot last, then row dot age. In this way we are generally retrieving our each and every part of your data from our database. It is a normal way of representation. Then we can closing it C colon for each, and that for each must be ended with that / C colon for each section. In this way we can similarly we are getting one by one records which are retrieved from our system. Very effective and very usable way without any complicated process. And we can finally close that table, then we can close that body section, then we can close that HTML command. It is a general way through which we can writing our select operation in our programming part. We know that this is a general way of operation that is known as a select operation, and through that select operation we can easily retrieve some data from our database through that table command employees. In this way we are using lots of SQL commands like select, means insert, delete, update, alter. This type of commands can also used in our programming part, and this type of commands we can learn in our next section. We are learning in the part 2 of this programming part. Okay, finally, thank you. Have a nice day.